Hello, it's me, Mayo Hosko, and I'm sorry to surprise this live stream on anyone. Um, but we have gotten some fan mail recently from one of my Patreon supporters, Captain Matt, because there are some sets that he didn't want anymore, and so he thought it'd be best in my hands. And also, he found an incredible um, clearance deal. I think it was 80% off or something on a set as well. So as you saw in the thumbnail, we have this. It's Lego Ninjago set 71735, the Tournament of Elements. We have another Ninjago set. Set 71745, Lloyd's Jungle Chopper Bike. And we have this Lego City set 60272. And as everyone knows who collects Lego sets, Lego doesn't put the names of the city sets on non-North American boxes because of our fair packaging and labeling acts in respective countries outside of North America, which sucks because I'd like to know what the set name is. So I'm going to go in the order I showed this, and we're going to bring the camera down. So you're only going to see my t-shirt in the shot. And yes, the microphone is connected. Okay. Yeah, so just position it ever so slightly to the left. And this is already partially built. So I'll mainly have to navigate what pieces have fallen apart and review the instructions to see where some of the things need to go. And there was this bag 3 that still needs to be built. And the instructions have gotten wrinkled up. Let's see if I can flatten these instructions just a little bit. I've been building so many modular sets over the past year that I've lost touch of how the instructions are so crinkled in the smaller sets, because I'm used to nice pristine instructions that come in their own packaging inside of the box of more expensive sets. Because as you guys know, I'm a big fan of vintage Lego, as evident by my Lego City Mayo City updates that I do every month. So I don't buy a lot of modern sets. But this was fan mail, and I definitely want to do a live stream about this stuff. I've had people come up to me and asking me online about when am I going to do a next live stream, and until I have a set that I want to build live on camera, or I'm doing some sorting or something that I want to put on camera, I don't have any like weekly live streams in the books or anything. So I've got stuff to do in this live stream, so gives me a reason to do a live stream, and I hope I can satisfy those viewers at home who like watching my live streams. So I'm just gonna scroll back through the instructions to see where the last thing was. I believe it'd be somewhere near opening bag 3. And a bit later on, I'm going to put these instructions under a big heavy book, like a physical encyclopedia or a world atlas or something, to get these things flattened out. and there's a sticker piece that needs to be put on here for the Tournament of Elements. And what other pieces might have fallen off? Okay, so this goes here. Oh, this is it's a what is it? It's a 4x8 light tan half round plate. That's interesting. And then on top, there's a build for holding some Ninjago style weapons. What stud do they go on? They go right here. Okay. I might just turn this around a bit. And there's some pieces still left in this bag, some small pieces, some extra Ninjago weapons. So the sticker has been placed on the book. I need to see where this dark blue piece goes. Okay, that goes here. Okay, I think everything else is just accessories or spare pieces. Actually, there's a chain. I think that chain goes to one of the minifigures. And there's still one more sticker left on the sticker sheet. Where might that chain go? I think it's a 4 long or 5 long chain. I don't know the exact dimensions, so if someone does know, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Where might that chain have gone? Just gonna have to flick through the instructions. And I'm sorry if you hear any notifications from my phone blowing up in the background. Something tells me that chain went to a minifigure. Actually, let me just go to where you're building the minifigures to see. You know what? Maybe that chain was a spare piece for Jay. Yeah, it looks like it was a spare piece for Jay, the blue ninja. So I think we can start off this unfinished build on bag 3. So just put the minifigures off to the side here. Actually, no, need to bring. Actually, I'll just put them in front of the build for now. And I'll move these spare pieces off. Actually, I'll move them behind here. And there's one of these tornado spinners that you can put in this spinning mechanism. If we just take off the 2x2 round inverted tile in trans clear, and I put this up against my hands, you can see that when the tire, when the let me get this into frame. When this rubber tire makes contact with a hard surface, the tornado spinner spins. It works better on a hard surface, but you can kind of see it spinning right there. And you can put a minifigure inside, and you can have battles with that. So I'm gonna keep the tornado spinner on the handle. So let's open bag 3. I might just step back a little bit, just scuttle back, and now that I went through a massive cleaning process in order to film the city update. After a while, I was doing a bunch of sorting of my pieces. Get these bags out. I created a lot of this spare room on my carpet. so I can actually walk in my room now instead of trying to tiptoe over things. And also, this carpet makes um, a good spot to do some filming. And while I've not trashed my carpet with spare Lego pieces all over the place, I've actually been using my door as a white background. It's more convenient for me than setting up my reviewing station that's on my dining table. Some really interesting minifigures in these Tournament of Element Ninjago sets, and I just want to make this clear off the bat. I am not a Ninjago collector. I am not up to, well, I am not hip to the jive with the lore of Ninjago. I do not watch the Ninjago TV series, and as a result, I don't know the names of any of the characters besides the main characters. So so any Ninjago fans out there who are purists or experts about the sets and how they relate to the TV show, what specific element or what specific episodes and seasons each build or minifigure comes from, you will have to excuse me because I don't know any of that stuff. Let me try and put. Actually, no, you're not gripping on here. You can hold it from the top. I don't know who this guy is, but he's got a dark. No, he's got a light turquoise. Um, a light turquoise torso, light turquoise short pants, a white acoustic guitar, and an afro with 5 pointed star shades. That's pretty interesting. And then there's this guy. Actually, I should bring him up to the camera. Isn't that an interesting minifigure? You definitely get a lot of interesting minifigures for the Tournament of Element sets. And this guy reminds me of a crossover, a crossover between a caveman and Aquaman. Interesting combination. And he has a staff that has a weed piece, a curly leaf weed piece on top. Interesting choice for a staff. Let's get a slight closer look, and that's what his weed plant element looks like. If you haven't seen that before, so that's the minifigures, and I'd say there's probably less than 100 pieces in this bag, so we should be able to get this built pretty quickly. Probably only take less than 10 minutes if we go at 10 pieces per minute. So we need a 1x6 by no a 1x4x6 black window frame with an opaque white insert on top of a light tan 4x8 plate. And then we need two black 1x2x2 slopes, and then two black 1x1x3 bricks on top. And that was page 53. Page 54, we just put some 1x2 black inverted slopes on top. And then on top of that, we need a 1x8 black brick. And then some dark blue 1x4 modified tiles with the studs on each end. And then we need a 2x6 half round light tan plate. and then a 2x2 by 2/3 um, curved slope. And where does that go? That attaches to here to get that done. Okay, now what? Now I think we build up top. Page 58. Yeah, we have to build up top here a bit. Actually, no. Before we do that, we need to get a dark blue 1x3 slope, and then a pearl, what is it? A pearl gold 1x1 clip, and then we need a 1x2 dark blue brick. Where does that go? That goes here. And a dark bluish green 1x2 modified plate with the Mixel style ball joint bowl. There we go. That was page 59. Really simple and easy instructions to follow on these Ninjago sets. Because after all, unlike the modular sets I've built before, these sets are for 7 plus. The one I'm building right now is 6 plus, and actually the Lego City set is 5 plus. And I really despise the 5 plus city sets because it's just getting so simple. I remember sets a decade ago when ages 5 to 12 was twice the complexity of some of these modern city sets. I mean, what does that say about Lego thinking about the intelligence of children? Surely children are smart enough these days to have the same level of complexity for their Lego sets as the 5 to 12 and the 6 to 12 sets that I grew up on. I don't think it's that hard. I think Lego are dumbing down a lot of these city sets and to be these city sets and creator sets. I think it's getting a little bit ridiculous because for the same age range, the complexity just keeps going down and down and down and makes the sets feel even more toy grade than what they already were. And I think that's insulting the intelligence of today's children to a degree. Or I could be wrong. Maybe it's actually that all of the tech, maybe it's actually all of the technology that I keep on complaining about that children under the age of 13 keep on using is making them less intelligent at a younger age. Tell me if I'm wrong about that, and please let me know because um, as I've gotten more involved with social media, it just continuously frustrates me when parents just let their children under the age of 13 expose themselves to the dark world of social media, something that they're not mature enough to interact with. And the more and more I see parents with babies on the streets, um, just their babies watching a YouTube video with an iPad in their hands. That just makes me sad because I mean we weren't doing this stuff 20 years ago. And wants? Do you think Apple wants 5-year-olds to have iPads? I don't think so. It just disgusts me to a degree because it's like the art of children having a childhood just continuously disappears. I know people well before me complain about my generation and the way we were raised. And you know what? I'm starting to see the same thing with the way children today are being raised, and that's kind that. And you know what? That's having a knock-on effect, and um, it's a problem for Lego because it means more and more people are choosing to buy um, are choosing to buy um, digital gaming rather than Lego sets. And when you do that, Lego loses some of their market share, but and Lego has had to compensate for the rise of um, technology in the hands of young children. That's why Lego makes so many fantastic A-fold and T-fold focused Lego sets. Because think about the modulars that I've built. The modulars that I built on the live stream series for building the assembly square. Think about the Manchester United Old Trafford Stadium I built in a time lapse video. And actually, I still need to edit the time lapse video for the um, assembly square, and so many other great sets in both the creator expert theme or their direct to consumers or the Star Wars UCS sets just keep getting better and better, and the mod um or the 18 plus the 18 plus black box series sets just keep on getting better and better, and Lego Ideas is also really good. But my main point is I just wish more children were allowed to have a childhood to learn on their own and make their own mistakes and then learn from those mistakes. Because I wasn't raised on an iPhone. I wasn't. Uh, I didn't have a phone at all till I was in my mid teens. Because the all I needed for a few years was just my iPod, my first generation iPod Touch. That was all the technology I needed from 2011 to 2015, and then I got a hand-me-down iPad, and then ever since I've gotten hand-me-down iPhones from my mum and my sister because a part of their mobile plans they got new phones after 2 years or so. And that's not right. Something doesn't seem right here. I don't think I've built this right. Or at least hmm. I think one of these plates isn't pushed down right. Yeah, it's back here. Because now I need to get one of these weird triangular plates to hold this in. There we go. And then we need, what do we need? We need another one of those 1x2 black slopes. And what are we at? We're just ticked over 23 minutes. I'm going to try and make things an hour, make this live stream an hour. And I think the fan mail that Captain Matt sent me, it might have to spill over into a second live stream next Sunday night. I am back at university, and the first week was just introducing my classes, so I wasn't stressed much this weekend. But in weekends to come, I probably will have to do some homework, which will limit the amount of building time I can do with Lego, which then in turn limits amount of um, the amount of videos I can film or I can prepare for, film, edit, and schedule for upload. And that's why the Mayo Hosko Winter Bonanza was really successful for me, because I was able to get a lot of videos filmed, edited, and uploaded, and I still have some videos that I need to edit. And pretty much the only type of videos that I am guaranteed to film throughout this university semester is filming the podcast episodes. And I must remind you that you can go and check out those podcast episodes by searching for Mayo's podcasts and live streams, which is a playlist where you can find all my previous live stream episodes and where you can find all of my previous podcast episodes. Um, and live streams, because I don't have a lot of interaction between me and any comment. So it's not often that someone turns up in the comments, and that's why, and because of that fact, I like to do all of my live streams in a way where they can be listened to on the replay as a podcast, because I don't want to intrude on someone's schedule. Um, but while I'm coming up with things to talk about for small talk, it's a good time to give you viewers some teasers, because there's always I can always do teasers in these live streams for videos about to come out. And something that I will say I'll give you a teaser for is in last week's episode of Mayo's Random Vintage Lego, I talked about Aquazone. Well, this week I'm talking about time twisters and time cruisers. And unless I will, and that should be episode number 9. There's not too many things to go to talk about in Mayo's Random Vintage Lego, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to talk about some sets from um, the late 90s and the early 2000s, try and navigate some of those things that interest me at least. I'm not talking about the things that are more of um, the Bionicle style, because before Bionicle we had expansions on Technic like Slicer and Throwbots and Robo Riders. Those kind of action figure things don't interest me, so I'm not going to be talking about them. I like to talk about the brick based things in the vintage era of Lego. And so I'll um I'm thinking I might do an episode about Island Extreme Stunts. I might talk about some of the early Lego Racers sets. Um, Thinking I might talk about um, the oh actually I can talk about the Lego Adventurers things, which was the adventures in Egypt, the Amazon, and Dino Island. Pretty much all the adventurous sets before what was it? Before Orient Expedition, because Orient Expedition came out in 2004, and I don't want to talk about sets after 2003 because that belongs in a different series of podcast episodes, and we need a dark blue 1x1 cheese slope to go on top of that slope, and we need what do we need? I think I built this wrong. This elephant tusk is supposed to go here, and then this smaller cow steer horn is supposed to go on this side. So I did build it right. It looked different in the instructions. It kind of threw me off. Get that wedged in there. And then, because inside there, we need to fit one of these one of these bright green 5x6 leaf pieces. And yeah, that was page 71. Oh, let me just readjust myself. And then we need to get one of these reddish brown 2x2x2 crate pieces, and inside of those we need some metallic silver roller skate pieces to go inside there. Then we need two dark bluish grey 1x2 plates and two reddish brown 1x2 jumpers. And while I'm talking about plates, I'm trying to place a bricklink order right now that'll be a few $100s because I need a lot of bricks and plates to replenish the parts I've used. But while I'm continuing to sort pieces that haven't been sorted yet, go over to page 74. Um, I'm waiting on doing an inventory of my parts so that hopefully I can set up on Bricklink a stock room so I can keep track of the parts in my parts inventory for my personal collection using Bricklink, because you don't have to be a seller on Bricklink to have a Bricklink inventory. I know people that actually have used the Bricklink stock rooms for keeping track of their personal collection. Stock rooms are intended to be um, for stock that you don't have in your store yet. If you're waiting to clear out a drawer or something, if you use the re- remarks when you're selling your pieces. Any Bricklink sellers out there um, know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you don't know, I'd recommend going and checking out people's YouTube videos who have talked about selling on Bricklink. I know that Brickzar has done a ton. Bricks on the Dollar has done a lot, and a lot of various other Lego YouTubers who have Bricklink stores have done the same thing. I'm thinking about using the stock room so I can keep track of my parts, and then I can create a wanted list about the parts I need because I'm running low on them, so I can see what exact parts that I want to order so that I don't order parts that I already have and I don't need. Okay, how does this work out? Okay, that goes here. Yeah, that goes here. Placing two of these like 10 3x3 angled plates. And we need two more of the pearl gold. Actually, hang on a minute. No, I built something wrong. Just need to move these slopes over and then put some 1x2 dark blue bricks right here. And then on top of that, we need some pearl gold 1x1 clips. And the clips are perpendicular to the direction of the slope. There we go. And that was that, page 77. Page 85, putting some of these pieces. I'm not sure what to call them exactly, but if you know, please let me know down in the comments below. Put them here. And actually, I forgot to do an audio test. I don't know what the audio sounds like. Let me just run up an audio test. Yeah, I'm sorry that the audio quality isn't that good. And that's why I need your help to get me to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours so that I don't have to keep on doing these live streams on a laptop that's coming on 5 years old now, because I've always had audio problems, particularly with this laptop, which is why I bought this external microphone that Captain Matt helped me find. I've just got a message. Okay, that's nothing. And on top of those pieces, we need 1x1 red round bricks. And then on top of the slopes, we need more of these black 1x1x3 bricks. Yes, so as I was saying, I just did a audio test and the audio does not sound good. And I had to do a wipe down of the camera lens for my laptop's webcam. And so I acknowledge that the audio quality and the visual quality is not the best it can be for these live streams. And I want to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours because that means I'll be monetized. And when I can get monetized, that means I can be eligible to film live streams from a mobile device. And the iPhone 13 comes out in October, but I don't think I'm going to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours in the next 3 months, 3 to 4 months. So when I get my iPhone 13, it's going to be a shame that I can't do live streams from that. And I'm hoping that the iPhone 13 can film in 4K. I mean, how amazing will that be to see my videos in 4K rather than just 1080 HD? And I know that some video cameras now film in 8K, which is even more amazing. The quality just keeps on getting better and better. But until I get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours, I'm not going to be able to give you that quality. And I'm pretty sure the iPhone 13 will film at 60 frames per second as well, which sounds pretty good. That's the highest. I believe that's the most frames per second you can get, unless new models of video cameras have come out, whether it's by Sony or Panasonic or Canon or Nikon, that just keep on getting better and better. Like, I didn't know until last month that there were now video cameras filming in 8K, which is amazing. And I don't do these YouTube videos for the money. And that's evident because I'm not monetized, but because I do these YouTube videos because I want to build the Mayo Hosko community. I want to continue to build the Mayo Hosko community so that everyone can have fun together. And that's why I like to encourage viewer engagement wherever possible, because it's the fans watching the videos, liking the videos, commenting on the videos, and then subscribing to the Mayo Hosko channel that keeps the channel going. And that's why I'm extremely grateful for everyone who does that. And you all are part of the Mayo Hosko community, and you are the best fans in the world because of that. I want to be doing this live stream right now if I didn't have loyal people like you in the community. And the community just keeps getting better and better every day. And July was very good to me. July was the best month ever for the Mayo Hosko channel, and that wouldn't have been possible without you guys at home. So you guys have been awesome for the support that you've given me, whether it's by watching the videos or whether it's liking and commenting on the videos, whether you've joined the Mayo Hosko fan club, or whether you're a Patreon supporter. All of that helps out, and it feels nice that I've established a hierarchy of fans, whether you're a casual viewer, whether you're a loyal supporter, whether you're in the fan club, or whether you've invested in my channel on Patreon. It all helps out, and I have a lot of fun doing so. So I always like to take the chance in my live streams to remember to thank all of you guys who have enabled me to be in this position where I am right now, because it feels really fun doing and running this YouTube channel. And I love showing off my mocks in particular, and I just love sharing Lego because of the passion I have and the passion that other people have towards the subject. And I've cultivated a lot of good relationships with regular commenters like Funtime, Mike from California, who in the last live stream series popped up as a regular viewer. So it was nice to to get to know him. We were talking about American sports, which was some very fun conversations. Because if you know me, I like American sports better than Australian sports. And I actually just got done watching a game of rugby league because I am a Rabbitohs fan, and we scored a half century of points. So that was a fun game to watch. And the NFL season is um, about 1 month away, and the Red Sox are going strong in baseball, and very soon the EPL and all of the other European Association football soccer leagues will be coming back. So that's something to look forward to. And in general, October is my favourite month for the world sports calendar. And also, Australia is winning a lot of gold medals in the Olympics right now, as is China and the USA. And I love seeing when I go to YouTube Studio, seeing the diverse range of different people from different countries um, who their data gets recorded in the geographics for YouTube Studio in their analytics. So it's nice to see that I have fans from all the way around the world, and I have a ton of fans in the Philippines, particularly because Filipinos really like basketball. They really like basketball, as do Americans, of course. And field hockey has been fun to watch in these Olympics, and I was very shocked that Australia saved all of the Netherlands penalties in a shootout in, I believe it was the quarterfinals. I was I was very shocked because normally the Netherlands are a top two nation in field hockey. So I was very surprised in the way that they crashed out of the Olympics. Actually, that's not the right place. This little green dagger is supposed to go inside of this cone. Yeah, so sport is very exciting across the world right now, and October is coming up soon. And October is my favorite month for sports because there's so many different sports on. Not to mention not to mention that all of um, the spring rugby in the southern hemisphere, particularly in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and Argentina, and that's when the NBA season starts. And you should probably know that right now that I am a fan of the LA Lakers, and we just pulled off a massive trade to go and trade for Russell Westbrook, who is a superstar in the NBA. And honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about that trade because we need to figure out how to fill out the rest of the roster. So that'll be interesting to see how if we can win a championship with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook. See if our coaching staff can figure it out. That's going to be fun to watch. Um, I'll just put these figures off to the side here, and that was page 90. I think I'm only going to, or building this actually took a bit longer than I expected. I just saw someone pop up in the chat. Let's see who it is. RTX 3080, and he said hi, bro. Well, hello, RTX 3080. Nice to have you in the live stream. Thank you for turning up. If you have any comments or questions to say, I'm more than willing to answer any of your comments or questions because um, I have a lot of time and it's nice to have someone to talk to in these live streams, honestly, because otherwise I just end up talking to myself. And doing live streams is a lot more fun when you are interacting with the people down in the comments below. That's the most fun about any live stream. So if you have anything to say, ask away. I'd be more than happy to respond to you, as is anyone else who happens to turn up in one of these live streams. And we're just approaching 46 minutes. I think I'll end this live stream when I can get all of these pieces on. What else do we need? Okay, so now we need to put some bar elements. How is that orientated? The bar goes right here and snap on into these clips. And we need to do the same build on the opposite side. Putting these one by one clips in on top of these pearl gold telescope pieces. RTX3080 says, where you from, dude? I'm from South Australia, in Australia. And only it was only in December of 2020 when the state of South Australia got our first Lego store. And that's been so great for being able to buy pieces from the pick-a-brick wall. And I've had a lot of fun going to a Lego store in my state because I've always been jealous of the people overseas who have had easy access to a Lego store. They didn't have to fly on a plane to go to the nearest Lego store. And so since then, since that store opened, I think I've gotten 6 or 7 pick-a-brick cups, and I've done whole videos about all of them. And for anyone that's interested in looking at those pick-a-brick cups, you can go out and see them in my playlist for whole videos if you're interested in watching. Actually, that's not supposed to be a 6 long bar, it's supposed to be a 4 long bar. And how does that connect? Okay. Wait, hang on. Okay, this is these dragon heads go at both ends. Okay, get this snapped on. And again, I apologize for the visual and the audio quality because since I don't have 1,000 subscribers and I don't have 4,000 watch time hours in the last 12 months, I'm not eligible to do live streams from a mobile device. And it'd be nice when I get the iPhone 13 in October if I was able to do live streams from a mobile device. But until I have 1,000 subscribers and until I have 4,000 watch time channel views, that is not possible. So let's get the Mayo Hosko channel to be that way, to get this channel to be monetized. And I am not in the YouTube game for the money, because if people do want to monetarily support the Mayo Hosko channel ad free, you can go and check out my Patreon, and you can follow the link in the description of every Mayo Hosko video. And I think that's everything. I think one of these swords is supposed to go somewhere. I'm not going to worry about that. So doing this, I guess, took up the whole live stream. So I think I'll do another live stream putting together this, and I apologize for any noise outside of this room. Be quiet, I'm filming! I'm filming! Sorry about that. I'm sure that hurt the microphone somewhere, but I think I'm going to create a live stream series now out of all of this fan mail because it took me a while to put this unbuilt with this half finished set together. Looks like those are some extra pieces, but that's the set. That is, what is it again? It's set 71735, the Tournament of Elements, in the Ninjago Legacy sub thing. And I think this is supposed to go somewhere. But this build is just loose. Actually, I think it's supposed to go on top of these jumpers back here. There we go. Now it's built. So that's the Tournament of Elements. I wanted to build this on camera before I take it apart and sort it into my parts collection somewhere. And this has been thirsty work, so I'm going to have some water. Hashtag always be hydrated. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm not in the YouTuber game for the money. I'm in the YouTube game for building a community and a fan base, and it's really fun in interacting with people in the comments down below, because you guys are the reason why I do these live streams and all these videos in the first place. So I couldn't be more appreciative for everyone. And let me just see if the microphone's connected, and it still is. I'm always going to be OCD about the microphone from now on. So I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours. So hopefully one day I'll be able to do live streams from my iPhone 13 whenever it comes out. So because Captain Matt is a loyal supporter of the Mayo Hosko channel on Patreon, if he wants to, he can request that I do a review of this set as one of the Patreon perks that you get for supporting me on Patreon. You can request that I buy a set to the value of less than 30 Australian dollars, and I'll do a review on that set. And hopefully one day when I get to over $100 on Patreon, we'll be able to do some giveaways. So counting down to when that day happens. Anyway, thank you for watching this live stream. Feel free to like, comment, and share this video with your friends. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button to be notified of every Mayo Hosko upload. Be sure to click that bell icon so that you don't miss out. And if you want to see exclusive behind the scenes content, if you want to see early access to my videos before they get uploaded to YouTube, if you want to see images and text that you might not otherwise see on any of my social media, and if you want to get the right to vote on some Mayo Hosko polls, the right to get some administrative control of what goes on around here, and you want to see the production value of this channel grow, and hopefully one day be in the chance to enter some giveaways as well as many other perks, feel free to support me on Patreon. Beyond the comment section down below, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links to my social media, my Patreon, and the Mayo Hosko fan club is in the description of this live stream and every other Mayo Hosko video. So thank you for watching this live stream. I think this is going to be my next live stream series, at least for another 2 Sunday nights. I will see you in the next live stream, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching or listening. You guys have been awesome. End stream.